So Restoration House was really birthed in Pastor Michael's heart. He was looking at this property from the church windows, and he was spending some time with some people and really prophetically just said, what if in those houses we have a restoration house? And that led to a couple of years later an unexpected letter that came that was a first right of refusal. Basically, that meant that the church had the first opportunity to purchase the property that Pastor Michael had spoken over. And so it was pretty clear from that letter and from the moment that it was birthed in his heart that this was an opportunity. And so we took that opportunity and said yes, and we signed on to Restoration House and began a ministry to women with broken stories who needed a place of refuge for a life restoration.
So Restoration House was put on my heart that Sunday morning. Pastor Michael was making the announcement about the whole project, the whole mission. And I was fairly new to the church, and I was in a place of trying to figure out what my next step, what it was that God would have me to do next. I had been comfortable with doing so many different things, and I was in a very still place. But when he began to speak about the Restoration House, the hair on my arms stood up, and I immediately started crying. I connected so much with it because I was a woman who was broken. I was a woman who needed a hero maker to help me get through some of the toughest challenges in my life, through some of the darkest days in my life. And it's been so much a part of me and who I am, even in my everyday life. I'm very passionate about partnering with women to help them discover the identity that God put them in them before they were even born. And so to help them draw that beauty from the inside out, I had to be a part of this project.
We really set our sights on not just bringing restoration to the women that enter the home of Restoration House, but we really want to let this ministry be full in that when you join us and become part of our hero-making team, we pour into you as well and help you become who God has designed you to be. So what is it that you've been called to? Are you called to be a part of the ministry and become a hero maker? Build a relationship with a woman and support the team in a volunteer position? Or are you called to financially support the ministry? Because without generous donations, the movement will not be a movement. Or are you called to pray? Because every hero needs a hero maker. What is it that you've been called to?